My dear friend in Christ, in the 17th century in France, there was a humanist scholar by the name of Muretus, and he was considered an ailing fugitive. When he presented himself to the medical doctors, he was dressed up in the rags of a pauper. The doctors discussed his case in Latin, thinking that he would not be able to understand Latin. One of the doctors said, "Faciamus experimentum in anima veli," meaning, let us try an experiment with this worthless creature. And to their shock and surprise, Muretus, this pauper, replied also in Latin, and he said, "Vilem animam appellas pro qua Christus, non dignatus est mori," meaning, will you call worthless one for whom Christ did not disdain to die? Will you call worthless one for whom Christ did not disdain to die? My dear friend in Christ, St. Paul in his letter to the Corinthians writes so beautifully. He writes, "But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of God and not of us." Second letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 7. St. Paul describes those earthen vessels as dying men, troubled on every side, perplexed, persecuted, cast down, yet not forsaken or in despair. Those men used by God are constantly groaning under the burden of their bodies, waiting anxiously to be clothed with new ones. My dear friend in Christ, God laughs at our egoistical efforts and trying to being good, because He never uses the high and mighty, but instead the weak of this world to confound the wise. St. Paul writes, "For you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But God chose the weak and despised of the world to confound the mighty, so that nobody should glory in His presence." First letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 26 to 31. My dear friend in Christ, God calls us in our weakness, though at times we may fail. Yet He puts His priceless treasure in these earthen vessels that we are, and does the impossible with nothing. He looked down on a scheming, base, weakling named Jacob and said, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob. I will help you, because I will make you a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth, and you shall rejoice in the Lord." Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14 to 16. My dear friend in Christ, people often seek God to achieve fortune, to achieve fame, to achieve honor, to achieve respect. But my friend in Christ, talent, personality, and cleverness are all used to advance God's kingdom, not our own. But yet God is not impressed. His strength, my dear friend in Christ, is only perfected in the weak. So let not your heart be troubled when you feel weak, or people let you down or put you down or criticize you. For it is in your weakness, in your weak moments, that God uses you powerfully and makes you strong. May God give you strength and courage. May you have a good and godly day.